Okay, so these are wax pots. We have 3 types of wax that we use. We have the cream wax, the honey wax, and the hot wax, which is a much harder wax and generally smells of coconut. All our wax pots and wax trolleys are numbered. So this one's number 6, number 14 and number 2. When you look at your wax trolley, all the numbers that are on the wax trolley will be numbered according to the trolley that it's sitting on. This includes the wax couch cover. If you open it up, it does actually have the number of the wax cover on there. So you need to make sure that that is correct. When you've collected your wax trolley from the stockroom, you will also need to get your checklist from the consultation sheet area. This is where you need to fill this in. You need to put on your name, your trolley number, your tutor's name, the date, the time and the salon room number. You then need to begin your check. So you need to check that you have all the correct bottles on this trolley. On the sides of the trolley, there is a checklist which tells you what should be on the trolley. This one it is stuck on the side, and on this one it's on a string. So you need to begin your check. So you should have surgical spirit, witch hazel, after wax oil, after wax lotion, talcum powder, equipment cleaner, rags and cover. So now you've done the check of all your bottles and you know they correspond to the correct trolley, you can now begin your treatment. After you've done your treatment, you need to make sure that you clean your wax pot trolley while the wax pot is still warm. This makes it a lot easier to remove any wax that you've got on the trolley. So you need to get your rag, your equipment cleaner, soak your rag quite well with the equipment cleaner and begin cleaning your wax pot. You need to give it a good wipe around the top, around the edges. This is where you'll have most of your wax spillage. Around the inside, if any's dripped down. Underneath. All around the edge. And all the way down the wax pot. If you have any large drips of wax, you may find that they're a little bit harder to get off. So you'll need to be a little bit more abrasive with the way you rub it off. It won't just wipe off with the cloth and the cleaner. You need to give it a good rub. If you get any wax on the cable of the wax pot or on the plug, can you make sure you give this a wipe too? Because obviously it's quite sticky if it gets left on there and can end up in a bit of a mess. When you clean your trolley, if it has handles on the side, you need to make sure you give them a wipe as well because you do end up with wax dripped on the handles. On the top, all the way round in the little cup holders that we have on the top and all round the edges. And then just have a good check down the wax pot and see if you've got any drips anywhere down the sides of the wax pot. There's nothing worse than when you have to take a wax pot back and you've removed your apron because you finished your treatment and you find that there's some wax still on the trolley and it ends up on your clothes. And the same for someone that's collecting a wax pot from the stockroom. They don't want wax on their hands before they've even started or even on their clothes. So now you've given it a good clean down, you need to make sure that you get your checklist again. Go through and check that you've done everything on your checklist. You will then need to take your wax pot either to your salon manager or your salon manager to come to your cubicle, and you need to go through it together and check that everything is on there and everything is clean as it should be. Your salon manager will then sign off your wax trolley checklist. The checklist will then will go on the tutor's desk, either put there by you or your salon manager, and then your salon manager needs to take your wax trolley back to the stockroom for the next person to use in the same session or for another session later that day.